Welcome to a journey into the heart of tranquility, where water features become the soul of Japanese gardens. Imagine stepping into a serene space, greeted by the gentle sound of flowing streams and the soft shimmer of a koi pond. These water elements in gardens were not just decoration, but symbols of purity, renewal, and harmony with nature. From still reflections that mirrored the sky to rippling brooks that carried whispers of time, every drop of water shaped the garden's character. In this opening, we set the stage to explore how Japanese koi ponds, streams, and fountains transformed gardens into living works of art, inviting peace and contemplation into daily life. The Japanese koi pond stands as one of the most iconic water features in garden design. These ponds were carefully shaped, often with curved edges, to mimic natural lakes or rivers. The koi themselves, vibrant in shades of orange, white, and gold, added both movement and meaning. In Japanese tradition, koi symbolized perseverance and strength, swimming gracefully against currents. Imagine their reflections dancing beneath a maple tree, creating living paintings that changed with the seasons. Beyond beauty, a koi pond became a place for reflection, where the sight of fish gliding through still water quieted the mind and deepened the connection with nature's flow. Streams in Japanese gardens carried a different kind of poetry. Known as symbolic rivers, these Japanese garden streams often represented the passage of time, winding gracefully between stones and moss. The sound of running water softened the air, masking noise from the outside world and creating a meditative rhythm. Gardeners designed these streams with deliberate irregularity, ensuring no two stones disrupted the flow in the same way. This asymmetry mirrored nature's imperfection, reminding visitors that beauty lived in the natural course of life. To sit beside a stream was to listen to nature's voice, subtle, continuous, and deeply grounding.
Not all water features in Japanese gardens were large or grand. Some appeared as small stone basins, known as tsukubai, placed near tea houses. These humble water elements in gardens encouraged ritual cleansing, where guests washed their hands before a tea ceremony. The gentle trickle of water into the basin symbolized purity and mindfulness, reminding participants to leave behind worldly distractions. Often surrounded by stepping stones, bamboo ladles, and lanterns, these simple basins captured the garden's essence, beauty found in small details. Even in their modest size, tsukubai held the power to center the mind and prepare the spirit for deeper reflection.
Japanese koi ponds often included carefully placed stepping stones, bridges, or wooden platforms. These additions turned water features into immersive experiences, inviting visitors to cross, pause, and gaze into the depths below. The interplay between architecture and water created harmony, blending human design with natural flow. Imagine standing on a curved wooden bridge, koi circling below, while ripples from their movement shimmer beneath your feet. In this way, Japanese gardens encouraged not just passive viewing, but active engagement with water elements. Each step across a bridge became a gentle reminder of balance, transition, and the fluid nature of life. Sound was as important as sight in Japanese garden design. Streams and waterfalls brought life through their gentle tones, enriching the meditative atmosphere. These water features were never overwhelming. Instead, they whispered like distant rain. The sound of trickling water soothed the senses, masking chaos from the world outside the garden walls. Designers often placed waterfalls at the farthest points of streams, using rocks to break the flow into layers of sound. By shaping water into music, Japanese gardens offered not just beauty to the eyes, but also serenity to the ears, completing the sensory experience of peace. Seasonal change gave koi ponds and streams an ever-shifting personality. In spring, cherry blossoms drifted across the surface, forming fleeting pink patterns. In summer, koi swam beneath bright lotus flowers, while streams sparkled in the sunlight. Autumn brought fiery reflections of maple leaves, painting water features with warm tones. In winter, snow gathered on stones, and frozen surfaces created moments of stillness. These cycles highlighted the Japanese belief that water elements in gardens should harmonize with the seasons. Each transformation was embraced, turning ponds and streams into living canvases that taught visitors to appreciate impermanence and the beauty of change. Rocks and stones framed water features with grounding presence. In Japanese garden streams, carefully placed stones directed the flow, creating gentle cascades or calm pools. Around koi ponds, larger rocks served as resting spots, symbolizing islands rising from the sea. Moss often grew along their edges, softening their form and deepening the sense of age. This balance between solid and fluid represented yin and yang, enduring earth alongside ever-changing water. Gardeners saw this interplay as essential, for water without stone lost shape, while stone without water lacked life. Together, they became the poetry of permanence and movement. Many Japanese gardens included hidden springs, sources of streams that seemed to emerge naturally from the earth. These features reflected the idea that water should feel alive, as if born within the garden itself. The spring's clear trickle carried freshness, symbolizing renewal and purity. Visitors often discovered these springs unexpectedly, tucked behind bamboo groves or shaded by pine trees, turning water into a quiet surprise. By blending water elements into natural surroundings, Japanese gardeners ensured their streams and ponds appeared timeless, as though nature herself had shaped them long before human hands touched the land. Japanese koi ponds were also homes for wildlife beyond the fish. Dragonflies skimmed the water's surface, while birds paused to drink or bathe at the edges. These interactions added spontaneity, transforming water features into living ecosystems. Gardeners often planted irises, lotuses, or water lilies along pond edges, drawing more creatures into the space. The koi themselves, with their graceful movements, created a balance between design and nature's unpredictability. This blending of controlled beauty and wildlife reinforced the Japanese garden's purpose to honor the harmony of all beings, where water became the stage for the theater of nature. Bridges across Japanese garden streams carried deep symbolic meaning. They represented transition from one state of mind to another, from the outer world into inner peace. Often painted red or built from weathered wood, bridges stood as striking contrasts to the natural tones of stone and water. When visitors crossed, they left behind distraction and stepped into stillness. Beneath them, the stream's current continued, unbroken and eternal. By combining practical movement with spiritual metaphor, these bridges turned water features into gateways, guiding the body across and the spirit inward, embodying the garden's role as sanctuary and teacher. In larger gardens, designers sometimes built layered waterfalls, where streams descended step by step through rock formations. Each fall produced unique sounds and visual textures, some soft and misty, others bold and clear. These waterfalls became focal points, drawing attention to the garden's depth and complexity. Positioned at the farthest corners, they created perspective, inviting visitors to journey deeper into the space. The play of sunlight through mist added another dimension, shifting with every hour. In this way, waterfalls demonstrated the dynamic power of water features in Japanese gardens, showing that even tranquility could embrace movement and vitality. water features also reflected the Japanese philosophy of ma, or negative space. A koi pond was not just about the fish or stones it held, but also about the empty surface that mirrored sky and trees. Streams carried meaning not only in their flow, but in the pauses between ripples. These spaces of stillness invited meditation, reminding visitors that silence and emptiness had value. In Japanese garden design, water elements became teachers of balance. They showed how fullness required emptiness and how sound was defined by silence. To observe a pond was to contemplate the art of space itself. At night, water features transformed into dreamlike landscapes. Lanterns reflected on koi ponds, their light shimmering like stars across water. Streams glowed softly beneath the moon, their gentle sounds deepening in the quiet darkness. In traditional gardens, lighting was subtle, never overpowering, designed to reveal water's mystery rather than dominate it. The sight of koi moving in shadows or the sound of a hidden waterfall became even more enchanting after dusk. Night revealed another layer of Japanese garden design, showing how water elements could create not only peace but also wonder, carrying visitors into a world of reflection. Thank you for joining this journey through water features in Japanese gardens. From koi ponds to streams, from stone basins to waterfalls, each element carried meaning, offering not just beauty, but also peace, reflection, and harmony with nature. These water elements in gardens were more than design. They were pathways to stillness, reminding us of life's flow and balance. As you imagine koi gliding beneath maple trees or streams winding among stones, may you carry that calm into your own spaces. If you enjoyed this exploration, please subscribe for more inspiring journeys into the art of garden design.